when I first started like getting into music was like me just watching like WWE, Disney Channel, was into like the wrestler intros like Randy Orton. I hear voices in my head. Jonas Brothers music videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Miley Cyrus. I would download the songs and listen to them all day. I was just that weird ass kid. So basically anything that involved like rock or making you wanna like, you know what I'm saying, became part of like what I was into. I started having a life, Little League football. And you know, throughout that you build friendships. You know what I'm saying? My peers, you know what I'm saying? I started like getting to know them, you know, and it was common to listen to like rap music, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from. And so they were basically like putting me on, and like listened to who my favorite artists were, you know what I'm saying?
From that local dude.
Everything happened for a reason. Meeting them introduced me to rap, and they introduced me to like meeting like who my favorite artist was, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole. I'm starting to like, I'm not coming home watching Disney Channel no more. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? 106 in Park now. I'm picking up on new sounds and stuff like that, and just falling in love with whatever I'm falling in love with. You know, as time go on, I'm starting to like, you know, push away from the kiddie stuff. Basically like a teenager at this point. I'm still like, rock is still like a part of like my sound initially. So Room 5 now, I'm listening to like Bob Marley, John Mayer, you know, artists like that. Rascal Flatts, because of Disney Channel. Like I said earlier, they had the song "Life Is a Highway," you know, and that just became like part of my like what I'm into, like, you know what I'm saying? People playing buku R&B at the crib all day. Saturday mornings cleaning up, you know, you're hearing like living my life like it's golden. You know what I'm saying? That's in my head. My young guy singing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm not really recording music. I'm just doing like average young nigga shit, going on the PlayStation, playing beats, rapping over them, recording, stuff like that. I used to like make poetry and recite it on Sundays. And I have an older brother, and he make music. And honestly, I just felt like I could make better music than him. You know what I'm saying? And so I started, you know, going to the actual studio. Like this is like probably like early high school. Started actually going to the studio. Man, I was making like SoundCloud singles and stuff like that. Eventually I dropped my first like tape, my first like group of songs with a certain concept. When I first dropped the tape, I was like highly disappointed in myself, like the day I dropped it. And it wasn't because the tape was bad. It was because it sounded like rap. And nothing's wrong with rap. I love rap. But like I said earlier, I was introduced to all these sounds, and I just felt like I was being just 25% of myself. Even though it sounded good, it just didn't feel like 100% me. And I told myself, if this is gonna work, you gotta be like, you know, all you or nothing. And this is around the time where I knew I didn't want to do nothing with my life except music. I mean, I didn't like really care about like being like, I didn't want to go to school for being a doctor or a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. I knew that in high school. I just didn't have a care for doing anything like that with my life, you know what I'm saying? And respect to those who do, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a doctor, you got to go to school for it. You know, you want to do certain things with your life, you got to go to school for it. But I knew what I wanted to do, and I didn't need a classroom for it, you know? So I went through a whole rebrand. I rebranded myself. I changed my name. I went through a search. I wanted to find someone that could mix my sound, that I was comfortable with mixing my sound. Cause a lot of music sounds the same, and I knew what I was trying to sound like, and I was trying to find someone. I searched on Instagram, Twitter, looking for the engineer that's versatile, you know. And I came across this engineer. His name is Phenomenal Lewis. He's a fucking magician. The brand is Buku Chameleon. Buku just means a lot, and for me, a lot of risk doing what I'm doing, and I will continue taking those risks. I know too many people, like I know too many adults, you know what I'm saying? You talk to them and they got this look of regret on their face, you know what I'm saying? Like they should have taken that jump, you know what I'm saying, when they was younger. Or, you know, and I don't want to be that person, you know what I'm saying? It's risk over regrets, you know what I'm saying? And that go from just hearing people in my family talk, my friends' family talk, coaches, teachers, you know, strangers. He's just picking up on the world, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want that to be me, you know what I'm saying? In addition to that, it's so many people out here that's like living with, on average, we think is like the so-called life, but little do you know that they're not doing exactly what they want to do with their life though, you know? And it just can't be me, you know? Buku is also abbreviated to mean be yourself, know yourself. Hey, fuck their opinion. It's my favorite tattoo, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm open to opinions. I'm not that ignorant. I'm open to like the world and people's views, but when it comes to like trying to change who I am, you know, I'm me. You can't change me. But I just kind of like always wanted to do my own shit, just how they maneuver. And on the other side of that, I don't want to be boxed in, you know? Just like comedians are able to touch and become whatever they want. I don't want to box myself in either, especially with art. I used to think my passion was music, and I'm starting to realize that it's just art in general. When I look at photography, I look at films, I started to like notice like small details like lighting, the time of day, the clothes the actors are wearing in films, the body language and stuff like that. I just got into it. Like it became something I was just naturally being passionate about, and I love it. Really noticing that everything is art, like even modeling. A lot of times for a video, you can say, you get some models, you go, hey baby, you go over there, you stay on top of the table, you shake that ass. You go under the table, you shake that ass. You go on the wall, you just look pretty, you know what I'm saying? And that's all right, cause that's art, you know what I'm saying? Some videos, it tells what the song's saying, you know what I'm saying? But times where like you wanna make a more isolated like video, more personal video, if the song is sad, the body language has to be of someone that's sad, someone that's going through something, someone that's passionate about something. What the model's wearing, you know what I'm saying? The way she move her hands, the way she walk around. For the video, her name is Serenity. She's really good at what she do. She made me realize that everybody can't do that, you know what I'm saying? Everything is art. You just gotta look below the surface. I'm still breaking myself out of boxes too. I used to be